Hi, and welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and today I'm going to answer a card making question, and that question is, when layering, how large should the layer be? The most common size matting layer that you'll create is a 1/4 inch larger. Now, if that sounds like that's really big, it's not, because the size that you're cutting is a 1/4 inch taller in height and width. That only gives you an 1/8 inch border all the way around. And so of course you can go larger or bigger, but that is the most common, and depending on what you're doing. Sometimes a narrower mat is very attractive just for a little hint of color, and sometimes a larger one is very attractive. Now let me caution you, when you go smaller, say you do a 1/4 of an inch larger in height and width, that only gives you 1/8 of an inch all the way around. This is when you need to be measuring and cutting accurately, because with such a small variance, it's very, very obvious if you're off, and that won't be attractive. And so let me give you another hint. What I do, I always try to measure in 1/4 inch increments. So whatever I cut, I try to cut it to the closest 1/4 inch. That makes life so much easier to add another 1/4 inch for that layer. Now there are times where, of course, I'll end up with an 1/8 of an inch because it's just the right size, and so then you're still adding that 1/4 of an inch, and so now you're working in 1/8 and 3/8 and 5/8. So the 1/4 inch is the easiest. The 1/8 is doable. It takes a little bit more thinking, but you know, that's good for us. And so any smaller than that, that's getting tricky. If you go to the 16ths, you're really going to have to be paying attention again. So that's my trick. I do my best always to stay to a 1/4 inch measurement, say 1.5, 1 3/4, something that goes up in increments of a 1/4. Hey, if you have any questions for me, and I would love to answer them in upcoming question and answer videos like this, send them to Shelley@StampingSmiles.com, and you just may see your question answered right here. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.